What's up? It's day 54 that I try to improve my communication skill. I'm gonna summarize the content of the book Stoicism: How to Live a Guide to Live a Good Life. And I'm gonna talk about the concepts that I have take from the books and things that I value so that I could utilize that for myself in the future. The thing about Stoicism is that it's not about suppressing our emotion and being gloomy, serious, and bland. It's about trying to negate our negative emotions, try to be virtuous, try to achieve a state of tranquility, and to just enjoy life as much as possible. Stoicism isn't really about being entertained all the time. Uh, it's not about comfort. It's not about to maximize our pleasure. It's about to maximize the joy that we will get from our life. So Stoicism, let's get a bit to the history side. Then it was created more than 2,000 years ago, probably by people. Maybe you've heard of them before, like Zeno, Seneca, by Marcus Aurelius, by Epictetus. These pretty ancient and pretty famous people if you're into history. It's consists of many techniques, and mostly it's about how to manage our negative emotions. So let's move on to that. The first thing is about trichotomy of control. It's about how to deal with things that are completely in our control, not in our control at all, and partially in our control. The second thing is about self-denial. Self-denial means that sometimes when we have the chance to experience pleasure, entertainment, we should try to abstain from that, to not getting used to them. Also, it's about subject ourselves to safe discomfort, so that when we are in dire situation, we would then really get surprised and would have the capability to deal with bad situation. The third technique is about negative visualization. It is a technique that helps us to be more grateful of our situation. Think about the negative things, that what would happen if we don't have the thing that we currently have in our life, instead of desire more and more external stuff from our life. This helps us to be aware of our desire and to be grateful of the situation that we're currently in, no matter how bad of a situation, no matter how dire our circumstances are. I think that's probably it's right. Mm, the f- the fourth thing is meditation. The fourth thing is all about reflection. Reflect about the thing that the encounter that we are unsatisfied with in the day or maybe in the week. Uh, Ponder upon why we are angry or why we are envy, why people think of us that way, or about the failure or the success that we have done. Reflect about that at the end of the day, and move on to how to reduce the state of negative emotions. Stoicism isn't really about the suppressed emotion. First of all, it's about being aware of our emotions and having the tools, the technique, the mindset that allow us to reduce the durations, that we reduce or even remove the negative emotions that we would have if we don't have Stoicism technique. It helps us to be tranquil and tranquil and to be respectable when we get insulted, how to manage our envy, how to manage our anger, our grief, how to minimize our grief. Yeah, that's probably it. There's still more of that, but the later of the books are just basically applying those techniques, the trichotomy of control, the self-denial, negative visualization, meditation into those kind of situation to help us manage those emotion. If I talk about the thing that I have learned from Stoicism now, then it's gonna be too long of a video. Well, there's not. The book ends gonna be the title in this video then. Maybe I would try to summarize and be as concise as possible to talk about the main contents of the book and also the concepts that I want to utilize from it. But maybe it requires me to divide that into two videos just to fully be able to summarize its contents. Depends on the situation. That's it for the 54. Thank you for listening if you have come to the end of this video.